Today is a what's sold video, and it's a variety of things that we sold on eBay. And when I can, I share some tips on how I packed it. If you're new to the channel, I'm Vicki. My husband Mark and I have been reselling on eBay for over 2 decades. I also have some things on Poshmark and a few stragglers on Mercari. With that said, this is a what sold video, and it's a variety of things that we've sold in no certain order, and I share some tips here and there on how I packed it. I don't share everything in great detail anymore for how I packed it, but I've got hundreds, literally hundreds of videos out there organized in playlists to help you out. So let's take a look at what's sold, and I do believe, yeah, I made a mistake. Oh goodness, I made a mistake on something, and I'm going to tell you about that in the video. Let's get started. We sold 2 Afghan yarn kits, and they're out in the garage. Here they are. I didn't sell all of these. I sold 2 out of here. I found these at our restore, and it was an incomplete set, 10 through 12 and 13 through 15. And that's 10 through 12. I think I bought the entire lot of these for $15. This one sold for $19.95, $19.95, $39.90 plus shipping. Not bad. Just need to figure out how I'm going to ship them. I decided to double bag them, and I like to use these bags from Walmart. I call them bagel bags because they have a photo of bagels on them, 100 with twist ties. I use these all the time. So I'm going to put this one in a bag as well. So now that each one is double bagged, I'm going to see if I can fit them in this large padded envelope. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try. I can't fit both of them in here, but I could protect each one in a padded envelope and then put these in a large poly mailer. I'm trying to avoid using a box. I have this large eBay poly mailer. They both fit, but I need to put some tape to cover this up so that doesn't peel open, and tape here and get it in the mail. I'm looking for some blue Dymo tape. Garage Banker Box Accessories number 1. Right here. Ow. These are blue. We were at an estate sale, and basically it was fill a box for $10, I believe. I've got $1 assigned to this. 3, there's 3 in here, not 2, I guess. And they sold on sale for $17.96 plus ship. Backing them with cardboard, wrapping in small bubble wrap, and mailing in a padded envelope. I switched to a smaller envelope. It's going to fit fine. Sold a charm bracelet that I made in one of my Avante jewelry videos with a pair of earrings. Beaded charm link bracelet. And the set sold on offer for $20 plus ship. And Andrea, if you are a subscriber of the channel, thank you very much. I'll mail the jewelry in this little pillow pocket next to an air pillow and in a padded envelope. Got it in here with a little bit of tissue paper. Just mail it in the envelope. Some of you have been asking how I do my inventory, how I find things. Well, I use the custom label SKU. I have the information of when we listed it, where we bought it, typically what we paid $3. And GAR is Garage A1 Aisle 1 number 342. Garage Aisle 1 342. This is Aisle 1. Well, it's not there because I'm looking for 342. It's in here. These and behind are my single Christmas ornaments. Is it in here? I think I see it. 342. And every year I'll either reuse the numbers for the tub when I have new ornaments, or I'll merge these and free up some tubs. Whatever works. But normally I just free up the numbers to be used again. But this is it. I'll insert a photo of the Christmas ornament. I'm going to mail it in a small box. I already showed you that I paid $3 for it, and we sold it for $14.95. Gets mailed in a small box with some bubble wrap. I'm looking for plush. Plush. Some plush, I think are behind here, behind the dolls and stuff. Here's plush. Found the bunny rabbits. They weren't in a box. They were in an open box, not a banker box. Paid $2 for both of them at the restore. And the 2 of them sold for $29.95 plus ship. They're not bad. I think I can turn them on their sides and fit them in this 10 by 8 by 6 box. The bunnies fit really well, and I'm just using some tissue paper and some paper that came from some shoe boxes and putting it around it, and then I just need to fill out some in the top, and I'm good. So 2 dinner plates, 10-inch dinner plates, Cavalier, Royal China, Sussex, Ironstone. Got them separated by a styrofoam plate. This is the back, made in USA. And I guess we bought these downtown at a sale, kind of like an estate sale, for $4. And I did accept an offer of $20 plus ship. I changed out the styrofoam plate to a larger one, and then I'm going to place some, then I have a square of small bubble wrap on top and one on the bottom. This is just for starters, and then I'm going to fold this over and stretch wrap it. I decided to tape this first, and then I'll just stretch wrap it all the way around, and then I'll show it to you. Now I have some large 1/2-inch bubble wrap, and I'll wrap some each direction and tape it up. It may not look pretty with all the tape, but it's well protected. I just need to find the right size box. This Amazon box is a lot bigger than what I need, but at least I can recycle it. I am going to turn it inside out though. I've shown this before. It's pretty easy to do. You just have to open up all the flaps and then separate it where it's glued at the flap. Just turn it inside out. I have air pillows in the bottom. I'm going to add some other packing material like some paper and more air pillows on top. It's good. I'll get it taped up and in the mail. Sewed another yarn kit. Love it. Annie's Crochet Striped Afghans, stripes 16 through 18. When I bought these at the Restore, I mentioned it recently, they did not have all the kits to make this Afghan, but I bought what they did have, and I think I paid $15 for a whole bunch of kits. As I said, this one's 15 through 18. I have a typo here. Stripes 16 through 18 or 15 through 18. Which is it? I need to go back and look at the listing. Uh-oh. Rechecked it. It's supposed to be 16 through 18. I had a typo here. Sold for full asking price of $19.95 plus ship. I put it in another bag, and then I'll just mail it in this padded envelope. Sold a vintage wood utensil holder. I had been selling these all the time, but this one took a little while. We listed it $224, paid $5.48 for it. 5-hook vintage MCM stained wood utensil holder, and it sold on sale for $26.96 plus ship. And it should mail just fine in this eBay 12 by 6 by 6 box. I put 4 air pillows in the bottom, then I'm going to wrap it in some paper and then fill in around it. Design Originals. There it is. I'm looking for 1011 County Fair. Oh, there it is, right on top. County Fair, number 1011. These are not a big money maker, but when I bought these pattern leaflets, I got them for next to nothing, like pennies. And this one sold for $4.95, and they paid $5.95 for shipping. So people will pay for the shipping when they want it. That's the takeaway. It gets mailed in a plastic bag, a craft envelope, and I'll insert a little bit of bubble wrap so that it's not a flat envelope. Got the envelope, got our thank you label, and yes, this sold in avante-avenue. Now I'll put it in the craft envelope with some bubble wrap to make it uneven and not so flat so that it qualifies for ground advantage. Some of you will disagree with me. That's perfectly fine. Disagree all you want. Do it your way. But some of my clerks at the post office, if it's flat just like this, they say it can't have tracking, and we need tracking. So a little piece of bubble wrap makes it a package. If you're enjoying this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And keep watching. There's more. Do you know that these vintage Tupperware measuring cups can sell? Even these ugly ones from the 1970s. What I grew up with. Bought these at a church sale for 50 cents, and they sold for a full asking price of $14.95 plus ship. They're just getting wrapped up in some tissue paper and mailed in a small box with some more packing material. Sold a book. Oh, I think it has a number. I need to find the number. Number 9. Yes, I numbered them. Number 9. Oh my gosh. This book, Layla Lundell, Rep Weaves, 27 projects. I paid $1 for it at a thrift store. Drum roll, please. It sold on sale for $89.96 plus ship. You just never know what you're going to find in a thrift store. Yeah. Woohoo! So this book is getting some bubble wrap for sure. It just makes it in the padded envelope. I'm going to have to be careful when I fold this over. I decided to put it in another padded envelope just for extra protection. This sale is for a pair of shoulder duster earrings that I made. Yes, I made these crazy earrings in a video on Avante Jewelry. Shoulder duster, they're really long, 5¼ inches long. Never made anything like this before. Probably never will again. And they sold for $16 plus ship. And thank you very much, Lorraine, for your purchase. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your earrings. Thank you. Her earrings will be mailed in a small box with some bubble wrap and then a padded envelope. We sold a motorcycle. I know you can't tell, but there is a Santa riding on a motorcycle. Yes, there is. I'm just going to take that little number and put it right here. Oh, what did we pay for this? $2.50 at a garage sale, so I paid up for it. And it sold on sale for $15.96 plus ship. It's wrapped in small bubble wrap inside this bag, and then I'll wrap it in some large 1/2-inch bubble wrap and then put it in a box. Bubble wrap around it, bubble wrap under it, and I'll just top off with some paper on top. If Sue is watching, which I don't think she is, but if Sue is watching, well, this one is for you. Sue left a comment saying that she would never buy from us because we do not take returns, that we don't take care of our customers. Well, I set her straight, responded that that's not true, that's an assumption. And this is a perfect example, because I had said in my reply comment that if we do something wrong, if there's something wrong with the item, then we absolutely take care of our buyer. But we just don't take returns because they don't like the color or it doesn't fit and we had included the measurements. So yeah, we don't take returns, but there are many sellers far bigger than us who do not take returns. But as we know on eBay, if you don't send the right thing or item not as described, well, yes, you're going to take a return. So this is how I handled this one. Had a sale for one of these. In fact, it was in the video, earlier in the video. And I mailed it. Yes, I mailed it. It sold for $26.96 plus ship. Ship came out a little bit higher. And then I was moving some things on my shelf and I found out that we had another one. Another one that looked just like the one I mailed. Do you know where I'm going? Well, this one, I was supposed to send a 5-hook, and this is the one that has 5 hooks. The one I sent had only 4, but it looked the same here, and here, and here, and here, and I pulled the wrong one, not even remembering that we had 2 of these. So Sue, I just want to let you know, since I made a mistake, I told the buyer to do what I often do if I've made a mistake, and that is to keep it or donate it. She was pretty excited about that and said she would be giving it to her sister, who would be pretty excited about that, and that I would mail out the correct one to her and send her the tracking number via a message. So no return necessary because I messed up. So there you go. So this is going to get packed just like the first one earlier in the video, and I'll just put it in a box, get it in the mail, and I'm happy to have a buyer who is very patient with me. But this is how I handle it if I've made a mistake. How would you have handled it? So that's one way on how I handle a mistake. Sometimes I have it returned. It just depends on how much I have invested in the item, you know, how much it sold for. And the shipping cost, well, we use Pirate Ship, But you know, with the return, you have to use an eBay return label, so that shipping is probably going to be higher than what we paid for pirate ship. And then add to that, is it really worth it? Not really. So most of the time when something happens and it's my mistake, I just tell the buyer to keep it or donate it. That seems to make them really happy when I say that. And this lady was very nice and very patient about it. It's just not worth it most of the time to get it back. Luckily, it doesn't happen very often. But Sue, if you're still watching the channel, you're probably not. We take care of our buyers if we made a mistake. So there's that, right? All right, keep watching here. Sold a really cute Christmas stocking, a bulldog needlepoint Christmas stocking. I bought it at a thrift store, paid $3.99, and it sold on sale for $31.96 plus ship. Not bad. Has a tag inside that says needlepoint by hand, but made in China. This might sound odd to you, but one way that I mail stockings is to put some tissue paper around it and then use a paper towel tube and roll it up. That way it doesn't get any hard creases in it. Because this one was fairly stiff at the top, I did put a little bit of stretch wrap around it, and I'm going to put it in a bag. I could mail it in a box, or I can mail it in a padded envelope now. I think I'm going to mail it in a padded envelope. I've got a large padded envelope. I'm going to add some air pillows, 2 to each side, and get it packed up and in the mail. Oh, and remember, at the end of the video, I'll do a recap and share with you some of the things that I would buy again, and probably put some notes on the screen as to why, and some things that I wouldn't buy again. And I say I because Mark picks up a few things, but I do 99.9% of the buying. So there's that. When it comes to eBay, Mark does the photography, I do the listings, I do the packing and shipping, and he prints all the shipping labels and gets everything ready. So we really are a team when it comes to reselling. But since I'm the one that picks out most everything, well, yeah. Would I buy it again or not? Make sure you watch all the way to the end. Sold a quilting pattern made by Told You So. Thinking outside the block. It's just a really thin pattern. Paid 29 cents for it at our AmVet store, and it sold for full asking price of $19.95 plus ship. Not too bad. I'm backing it with cardboard so it doesn't bend, mailing it in a padded envelope, and I think I'll put some bubble wrap inside too. 3-pack of thermal printer paper by Omron. Only one of them only has 4 rolls instead of 5. So there's 14 rolls total. Paid $1. And this sold within 24 hours of listing it, so that was great. And it sold for a full asking price of $29.95 plus ship. Hot iron transfer punch embroidery pattern for farm animals. I probably have 25 cents or less into it, and it sold for full asking price of $9.95 plus ship. Sold a book, sweater design. Sweater design in plain English. How to know what a sweater will look like and how it will fit before you start. Paid 50 cents at a resale shop, and it sold for full asking price of $29.95 plus ship. This is for a hot transfer pattern made by Pretty Punch for NFL, which you know the name doesn't exist anymore. And I have 44 cents into it because I bought a lot of them at AmVets, and it sold for full asking price of $19.95 plus ship. We had a buyer buy 3 of these Pretty Punch hot transfer patterns. We've got the cheetah, the panda, and a mouse. You can see originally they were $1.29, but that's not what they sold for. Nope, can't find these anymore. $9.95, $9.95, $9.95. They paid $29.85 plus ship. Sold 2 patterns, Victorian adult blouse and a romantic dress pattern. We picked these patterns up at Salvation Army, and we bought several, and they've all sold. 2-count Victorian, size 6 to 16, paid $2 each, and they sold for full asking price of $19.95 plus ship. Let's see here. We sold number 10. Textures and patterns for the rigid heddle loom by Betty Lynn Davenport. It is actually signed inside by Betty Lynn Davenport. I paid $2 for this at a thrift store, and it sold on offer for $25 plus ship. Not bad. Sold another craft item, Crafter's Images Photo Fabric, new sealed, 6 sheets. Bought it at a garage sale. I don't have down what I paid for it, but it sold for full asking price of $14.95 plus ship. Sold a cross-stitch booklet. P is for Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. Quite a few pages. Paid 25 cents for it, and it sold for full price of $14.95 plus ship. This sale is completely packed. It's a 16 by 12 by 8 box, and it's filled with a 49 count lot of styrofoam balls, from cones to eggs to Easter, etc., etc. I'm not sure what I paid for everything, maybe $5, and it sold for $25 on offer plus ship. Sold an Anna Lee doll somewhere here. Anna Lee dolls number 1. Let's look in here. Nope, not there. It's an Easter doll, and she's holding a little purse. This one has an Easter egg. Someone had donated a whole bunch of Anna Lee dolls to a local thrift store, and I pretty much bought them all. Here she is. There she is, that little cutie with her blue purse. Pretty in blue and pink. She's got a long tail, so she's a mouse, and they're known to be posable. This one's an Easter one. I bought it at Hope Thrift Store. Listed it in March of 23. I did pay up. I really did. I paid $9.35. She sold for $31.96 plus ship. And I'll just mail her in a small box with some packing material. She wasn't fitting very well in that small box because of her tail, so I went and got an eBay box that's 12 by 6 by 6. She's good and on her way to New York. Are you ready to find out whether I would buy it again or not? Well, here they are.
Nope. Nope.
I hope you enjoyed today's What Sold video and some tips on how I packed it and whether I would buy it again or not. And I invite you to check out my other pack and ship videos that are very, very detailed videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki, and I'll see you in the next video.